Hello again, and welcome back to the Dev Plays The Crucible of Avarice, using the Animite Tales tabletop RPG system. This is episode 52, and the last episode was a bit of a doozy, so we'll try and go through a quick rundown of what happened. Last episode, we had it that the entire party was still fighting against the Huskonian team, however, they were then interrupted by the Divines team, members from Matrata. Anarche went over to speak with them alongside Fletcher, only to find out that they actually have a deep-seated hatred and belief that both Tendra and her brother E101 were actually creatures known as vessels, creatures that are, within their beliefs, apocalyptic events. It was then let slip that there was an entire factory of them being made. However, this production had not been going on for the last 20-something years. Despite this slip of the tongue, they then immediately sent off Simakael, an individual known as the Angel of Vengeance, to go and stop this factory and destroy it. This worried the rest of the team, so they then sent out Felix, Aldous, and Tendra to protect it. Ten then spoke with Felix and Fletcher. I always get the F's like mixed up. Felix and Fletcher then spoke with Ten, where Ten then asked them to trust him and wait outside and guard the facility in case of any incursions. After Stan and Felix had already cleared out the rest of the Huskonian team, it was then time for the rest of the party to join them. Not long after, Simakael and Fergus both appeared at the same time and had a scuffle, continuously being secretly healed by Aldous. Eventually, Simakael got tired of this and unleashed an uncertain type of attack that would later on wipe out what was left of the entirety of the building. However, trying to stop it, Fletcher went off into the orb, only to be completely eradicated, along with the laboratory. Fergus was completely wiped out, and it was led to believe that it was one of his clones. However, Anarche was able to roughly protect most of his party members. However, they still took quite some damage in the blast. 3 of them are left remaining as Fletcher was killed in the explosion. However, Stan had sent himself off through the portal that Anarche opened behind them. But Felix and Aldous have yet to go through the portal, leaving Anarche in an awkward position of not yet closing his Phantom Gate. So, we now come back to this scene. Anarche, you're barely keeping this energy mech going any longer at this point. It is slowly fading.
I'll just let it go.
Okay. I want to point out you're still quite high up in the ground, so if you do, the others will fall.
Well, how high are we?
About 50 meters up.
I'll lower us down first, and then I'll...
Roll me an SP roll.
Oh boy. Will it be a natural one?
No.
Nice.
No, it will not.
You keep enough of the energy inside of it for the 3 of you to eventually be lowered down. The portal behind you disappears. As Felix, you are still staring off at this ironclad 4 elemental winged having weapon wielding
Son of a
bitch.
Alright, so nerve at disadvantage?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm just gonna roll it twice. So, 15, so...
You're keeping your cool for now, but you can't stop staring at him. You were trying to call 10, however, it is continuously ringing to no answer.
I Felix is still probably just staring at everything that's just happened, collecting his thoughts. I'd say, since he did succeed the check, I think he kind of instinctually bulks up a bit.
Okay.
So...
Again, like, you don't have to roll anything, I guess.
Yeah. I forget. Do I have to roll will after bulking up?
If you're using the Fatigue Force Felix transformation, you still have to roll SPMA. But that's only just to see the level of strength of your will.
I mean, alright. I believe it's plus 10 at this point.
Indeed it is. 15.
About the same as the nerf.
Fair. Aldous and Anarche, the two of you see Felix not answer anything or any particular motion. But suddenly he does grow in size.
Alright, what are we doing then?
I don't know.
Well, what would you prefer to do? Leave? Deal with him? Do something else? Go anywhere?
Anarche, I'm going to have to ask you also to roll a nerve check as well.
Oh, nerve, not willpower.
No, and also with disadvantage.
Oh, thanks. I see what you're doing here, Jay.
Yeah, I know that your willpower is way too good. Okay,
So
so
10.
you're keeping relatively calm because it's all seeming a little too distant, but there is a part of you that also wants to go up and slug that guy, because out of everyone in the entire team, Fletcher felt like the only one who actually was definitively a friend. And on top of that, there are a lot of people in that lab that just did not deserve to go out that way. But you're still trying to keep somewhat of a calm.
Well, it's ultimately your decision.
What do you think will be the repercussions of killing him?
Killing? Well, if it's to be believed, Matrata would probably be after us, considering he's, I suppose, the symbol.
Just after us?
I suppose it would be our group. Possibly the island might get involved, considering they know that's my land. But considering we could just move people who we don't want to get attacked, that surely wouldn't be too difficult.
Let's go kill an angel.
Alright then. I go into my mastered form.
Okay.
I will say Felix will go into... I know he's already powered up, but he will go into his form that has Denial and Spirit Fist and everything activated.
Technically, that is already what you've done, considering that's the form that you've already rolled.
Well, I'll resist my willpower then. Of a 20 to 35.
Wow, okay, nice.
I was just making sure, because typically that's not something he has to roll for.
No, you don't. You're absolutely right. You don't have to roll for it. But normally I ask you to roll to see the level of your willpower aspect on it.
Yeah.
Normally I don't need to ask you to roll it if you're not fighting anyone with willpower, but since the last couple of times you have, that's why I ask you to roll it. So technically, the 15 is the thing that you got. Aldous, what about you?
Can I ask, was I in my thing? Was I attuned to my abilities at that point?
I don't think you were, considering I think you were using your catalyzation at the time.
Bugger. Well, can I do that? Can I attune to my stone?
Yeah.
Well, I do that.
Awesome.
And then probably for the next 3 combat rounds, I will set up all of my various different things I have to do.
Okay, so the 3 of you have powered up. What's your next plan? I want to point out you're about 70 to 100 meters away from him at the moment, as he is currently flying, and you're quite a distance away from him at the moment.
Okay. I mean, obviously,
How many actions do we have individually?
I can give you one action each.
I could just yeet you out, and
all right,
if you want to do that.
works for me.
I guess I'll use. I guess I'll create the Storm God's visage, and as I do so, I will throw Felix at the dude.
Roll for it. Nice. Whilst you're creating that and you're basically throwing Felix at this dude, what are you doing, Aldous, with your additional action?
Can I attempt to aid them by using biological manipulation to kind of stop the angel from moving back?
You are out of range, just to let you know.
You could heal me. I am somewhat damaged already. So if you want, if you'd like to heal me,
he is 10 meters out of my range.
Well, 10 to 30, depending.
No, yeah, 10 to 30. Well, I will attempt to do it. Then I'll attempt to do my good healing. 22. This way too.
It's double, I think.
No, I think it's I think it's time and a quarter. I think.
Oh, okay.
I'm missing about 61 HP. So
you won't be getting that much back.
I think we're all missing about that because we took 98 and then Sam did a mass healing on all of us.
They hand on hard.
Party.
Sorry, I have to. It's been a while since I've looked at these ones.
That's the wrong party. There we go.
Okay, so 1d10 plus 1d8 plus 9 plus 10. There you go. 30.
Right,
30, okay. You only got 31 damage at this point. Also, thanks to the healing from last time, plus this one's advanced anyway. But yeah, you don't have any injuries or ailments on you. As you just get launched towards this guy, he takes notice of you and begins readying himself. How would you like to proceed an attack?
I'm going to start with Allfather's Wrath. And that's just the damage. So I can also. Am I able to add a combo with that?
Yeah, so Allfather's Wrath is just like a bonus thing. You state that you activate, and then you can then roll to an actual for an actual attack, which can be any attack that you want.
I'm just gonna full on just try and knock his head off his neck. Full punch.
Okay, so we're rolling for damage.
Yep.
Okay.
Go for roll a hit.
Okay. Ooh,
all right.
Interesting.
Let me find you in my DM so I can copy and paste the Allfather's Wrath.
Let me just quickly find you in my DMs. You're getting closer than this guy's DMs.
This guy did already take damage previously. From
he did, yeah.
Zombie, didn't he?
Well, that's the problem. He was also healed by that.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't really matter if he's taking that. So.
Just need to have a look at his. I know that this won't kill him. Well, I'd say that actually. I don't actually know if this will or won't kill him.
If it does.
It's breaking his vitality, and I'm pretty sure he's rolling disadvantage, so.
Oh, jeez. So that is a summation of. That is a lot of damage, actually. Holy cow. That. I need to get a 25 roll. On the bright side, it's not a disadvantage, but it's not an advantage, so I have to get a 25 roll. Otherwise, this is going to be bad.
Oh. It is. Yeah.
So, as you like hit him in the face, it not only destroys the helmet instantly, but you just freaking launch this guy down right into the ground, and it just keeps like as he just goes. I want to point out all the two of you see is On the end of the giant mech is obviously Felix. It just throws him like a fastball. Felix just appears in front of this guy, punches him, and the next moment that you notice is the entire ground shakes as he slams into the ground, dealing that much damage to him. I just now need to have a look at the things. So,
I want to remind you this is a combo, so I will be going in for another attack.
I need you to
falling to the ground.
I need you to roll me something real quick. I need you to roll me Willpower Spirit just to see if Allfather's Wrath breaks through his own thing. Because if so, all of this damage is counted. Otherwise, I need to take away some of the damage.
Plus 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, so d20 plus 10.
19.
Okay. So I need to have a look real quick. So... how much is that? So that's... Good lord, I need to calculate this now. So how much is that? 217. And I have to take away all the physical stuff, but all of the other damage I have to add. So it's minus 10.
It's times 8 spirit, so spirit fist times 8, essentially.
4, 2, 16, 10, 6, 5. Okay, so he takes 148 damage, which still breaks his vitality a few times over anyway. Still causing an injury to his head as he's now lying in the ground.
Okay.
And as you begin falling towards him, that was your combo, I believe you said?
Yeah, that was my regular combo.
Okay, so you have another attack ready and waiting. Yep.
Sonic Strike combo.
Awesome.
22, so.
Can he fight back against this? He cannot. Nope. Continue. So.
103.
Jeez. Okay. Okay. So 103. Okay, so he takes that. That does not break his vitality, as you can feel some level of resistance against that strike. It seems as though like something about the difference between his and your willpower is basically resisting the damage.
Okay, combo pure technique time.
Okay.
29.
Jeez. 19, so yeah.
Yep. 112.
Nice.
Okay, and anything to add to that before I go in for another?
Just have to take away these things just to make sure. Okay. It's actually doing pretty well, actually. Even with his resistances, you're doing quite the onslaught. Continue.
Trust me, I'm not done. I will be activating finishing combo.
Okay. Go for
it. What do I have to roll for this?
So
I gotta get 10 plus. So is it just what do I add?
So
modifier-wise?
all you do is you just roll your d10 plus 1, and then whatever number that is the amount of attacks that you then roll for, and then that's the amount of attacks I have to roll.
Right, but I believe do I have to roll willpower? I gotta get 10 or up to. So I gotta make sure I don't roll a 1 on that.
No, you don't have to worry about it. You just roll a d10 plus 1.
D10 plus 1, right.
Yep.
Right,
8 attacks. 8. So now you roll and I continue to roll, and that's pretty much it. So this is the first out of the 8. So go.
So 8 plus 16, 20.
Okay, and again.
32.
Okay, and again.
29.
And again.
19.
Okay, so that was so far we're up to
It's 2 and 2.
Right, but how many attacks has that been?
Or
Is that
2 and 3.
how many
It's
attacks?
been like
5? Has that been 5?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's 5.
So 3 more to go.
31.
1, 2, and 3. Okay, right. So on the first attack of the 8, I got a 26. You got a 20, so we won't worry about that one just yet. In the next one, I got a 19. You got 32, so I'd like you to roll the damage of that attack.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. I don't know why I didn't put it on here. Okay, there we go. 2. What was it? 2. And then you did 103 damage. So 103. Okay, so we then go down to the next one. So I got a 90, and then I got a 20. You got a 29. So it was another success on your part. So go again.
Okay. It's a low roll.
No. 91. Nice. After that, I then rolled a 32. You got a 19, so no. 33 against a 31, so technically you would have still been able to hit him, so go again.
Alright. 100 flat.
About 100 flat, nice. Okay. Ooh. Yep. Then the next one was 18 from me and 23 from you, so yep, go again.
Okay. 98. Man, I'm rolling low on these damages.
You are. Okay. Yep. And then after that, I got 19, you got 23, so that was the last one, so yep, so roll again.
Okay. 102.
102, okay, so dividing that by that. Adding that onto that. Okay, awesome. Okay, so you keep doing attacks to him, keep unleashing a massive amount of attacks. By the way, Anarche and Aldous, you are feeling the entire earth shake, and you are about 80 meters away from him as he's on the ground, as the crater keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger as the pounds just keep on coming. During this, however, I now need to roll. I think I got 3 successes because you got 5, didn't you? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'll roll these. I don't know why I'm doing this on that one. There we go. There we go. That's the first one, second one, and third one. Okay.
None of those break vitality.
Awesome. Okay, so the first one does 54.
And these are taking full damage.
These are taking full damage, yeah, you're taking full damage on these ones too. 4 plus 31 plus... Oh, I got 54 twice. Plus 48. That leaves you on 180.
24 HP.
Yeah. So what happens is, as you're hitting him, he's just going, stop! Stop! As like lightning is like arcing off of his hands and hitting you multiple times, but you just keep going and going and going and going. By the way, this keeps your stockpile a nice full as you just keep just hitting him. I want to point out the pressures that are coming from this are actually creating shockwaves that are actually visibly above the crater that is getting bigger and bigger, actually visibly showing that the snow cannot fall where you are currently hitting this guy. So it looks like there's just an invisible force stopping snow from getting towards this area as the earth begins to crack and quake beneath your two companions. as well. Aldous and Anarche. I'm going to say, Aldous, you get to do what you want to do first. So, yeah.
Does it look like he took any damage at all?
I mean, you can't see him. Let me put it this way. He's currently being buried in a crater.
Can I still sense him?
I mean,
my life sense?
You weren't able to sense him to begin with anyway.
Can I heal him anyway?
Both of them are still out of your range.
Oh. Okay. What is my range anyway? 60 meters. Yeah.
Just have Anarche throw you again.
No, you know what I'll do? I'll activate advanced flight and fly over.
Okay.
Just enough to be within range.
Yeah, fair enough. Roll. So I was going to say, you do not want to get too much closer to these guys.
No, like literally just just enough so I can sense them on far range.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. So around about let's say for instance, you get about 20 to 30 meters closer. So around about he's just on the edge of your 60 meters range.
Yeah, I'm gonna be using my catalyst for this because that is when I get 60 meters.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and then I will attempt to heal him using my, once again, advanced regeneration, and I will hopefully get a better number than 20.
Okay.
No, you will not.
No, I will not.
Also, just throwing this out there, I might as well tell you this with your natural one. Felix allowed you at the time, but for some reason there's something blocking it now. As Felix's denial is kicking in, you cannot manipulate his form.
Okay.
I mean, alright. I'll accept that.
Yeah, I mean, let's be fair. I was unnecessary anyway, but
so
he could be healed after.
You can tell that despite the amount of damage that he is dishing to this guy, Felix has a lot of damage dealt to him. You try to heal him, but it is to no avail. Anarche, it is now your turn.
Cool. How much HP do I have missing?
61.
Which puts me at
61 damage. 61 out of 230. So you're roughly around about 169.
Okay.
Nice.
I don't think there's much point activating it yet. Then, actually, you know what? No, I will also activate it. I'll activate my master thing on the mind, using anger as my fuel.
You burst with an explosive, passionate anger. However, upon doing so, your entire mech becomes an almost reddish color to its tint.
Cool. I'm going to take my advantage roll and use Shower of Light on him.
Fair enough.
So with 100 meters.
Nice.
Wow.
Good thing you took that advantage roll. Yeah, so the Shower of Light does indeed... Is this to heal Felix, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Yep, roll.
Which is 8d6s plus... it's 24, I believe.
Okay.
Plus, because this format is 1.5.
Yeah.
So, you get 52.
Nice. You were healed for 52.
And I need to roll this. So you'll receive that for the next 4 turns.
Okay.
So, you know that. So, 135. And that is the end of your turn. As we can... Actually, no, it isn't.
I spent 2 actions.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So that ends your turn as it is now this guy's turn. As you have finished just pummeling him in, you're still standing over him as light begins hitting your body, and for some reason, instead of taking damage, it begins to make you feel better as you realise must be an Arche. Not that it really matters, because this dude is right in front of you, as he then attempts to basically brandish his sword and attack you.
Okay.
Not that I can frickin' find the things. There we go. Roll! Roll! As something comes off of the blade of his sword. How would you like to react?
Let's see. I'm thinking probably just reactive strike, but
Fair.
would I take damage even if I hit then, or?
If you get 5 above his roll, so in other words, if you get a 34, you will beat his roll to the point of which that he can't actually attack you.
So
you'll either be trading blows, or yeah.
So I need
Or
to
you
get.
or you can block, which is technically your safer option. But that wouldn't that would mean
I'll-
unless you get 5 or above, you wouldn't be hitting.
Yeah. Also, to be honest, you can either trade blows, which means that both of you will take damage, or if you block, unless if you get 5 or above, you're not allowed to counterattack anyway. So I mean, I think to be honest, your better alternative is to just reactive strike.
Okay, I will do a reactive strike. 23.
Damn. Okay. As he deals 33 points of damage to you.
Okay.
And that is the end of his turn. It slightly knocks you back enough for you to no longer be standing over him, but it is now your turn.
How bad does he look? I feel like I should ask.
His armor is completely in pieces. He is still prone, but he is covered in like bashes and bruises. But his right eye, it looks as though it's not his right eye. His left eye looks as though it's been crushed and damaged to the point of which he can't open it, as the entire left half of his face is covered in blood from the initial hit that you struck him with.
Well, I have a question. If I activate Defensive Daddy, would that at all help?
It might very well do if you can also reactivate your Fatigue Force Felix, because the issue is that his willpower is overpowering your defense at the moment.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and try that then.
Okay.
So it's my Strenuous Form, so it's SP.
Yeah. I was going to say, before doing the Strenuous Form, do Fatigue Force Felix first as your thing. Actually, wait, you can do that as a bonus action, can't you?
Yeah.
Then just roll a d20 plus 10 just to see the level of... Damn it. Okay, that's actually worse. You can now either try to use a current action to make it better, or you can just stick with what you've got.
I will use a current action to try and make it better.
Okay.
So try to do 20 plus 10 again.
Yep.
28.
There we go. You feel much more confident in the strength of your own will. You have one action left.
Alright. And that was just activating Fatigue Force Felix again?
Yeah, just basically re-enhancing the willpower aspect, because at the moment, prior to this, your willpower attacks weren't breaking through his willpower defense, meaning that you might as well have not been hitting him with willpower, except from spirit damage, which is nice.
Right. So I will go in for a Sonic Strike combo.
Fair. Spoiler alert, I didn't get this good of a roll, so if you hit him, all that damage is hitting him. Okay.
22 is probably... That's a low roll.
Yeah, it's not the greatest. Oh, okay, so we'll both be hitting each other. Roll damage.
109.
54.
Is that a full 54?
No.
Okay.
It is lightning, but I do have to -8 and then half that, so I'm going to say 54.
Because if it was the full 54, I would have been down.
Yes, I know, but your willpower is better than his now.
Yeah.
54 -8, and then divide by 2, so that deals 23 points of damage.
Okay. And that was still a combo, so I believe I can still use my combo Pure Technique.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. 33.
Nice. Okay. Do I even have a capacity to do better than that? I think I do.
You can, always get a net 20.
Oh, don't even right now. Okay. Yep. Roll damage.
101.
Nice. Okay. As you are battering this guy in, hitting him again and again and again and again, I now need to roll 2 injuries.
And I still have 1 action left because of that, but I'm not going to do an attack with that. I'm going to activate Defensive Daddy.
Fair enough. Okay, both of those hits that you landed against him, okay, so the first one actually did cause an injury as it slightly cracks something in one of his ribs as he begins coughing up blood. The second one does hit him again, but it doesn't break anything necessarily, but it does put him back as he tried to get back onto his knees, and then you just keep pushing him back in, creating further shockwaves in the ground. You have 1 action left, sir.
And I'm using it for Defensive Daddy.
Fair enough.
Which succeeds.
There we go. Roll a d4, see how long it lasts.
2 rounds.
Nice. Okay. We now come back to Aldous.
Now, if you make what you're doing known, I can accept it.
I mean, how would I do that?
Yell.
Okay. I mean, that is true.
We invented this little thing called language, you see, Sam.
Yeah, it's kind of how people communicate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that how it works? I was unaware.
Yeah. Yeah, you've been
sorry,
so focused
I'm sorry,
on, the sound of Animite that you've forgotten the English dictionary.
Yeah.
Exactly. How dare. Yeah, Aldous will say. Oh, I guess yell because he is quite far away. Can you let me heal you, please?
You're going to have to roll me a charisma check.
Is this to yell it loud enough?
This is to yell it loud enough.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be strength? The strength of the vocals?
I mean, I guess
No.
it could have asked a con roll, but no.
I mean, either way,
I mean, you still failed, yeah. So
I would have felt even worse.
God, and then just cough to the point of which you just fall. No, you cannot be heard.
Okay. Then I will heal myself because I'm still hurt, aren't I?
You are indeed hurt, yes.
I will heal myself. 22. That's 1.5. Let's say. Try and get the roll I did earlier.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same roll.
Yeah.
I say pretty much the same roll. It is the exact same roll, yeah.
Yes. Is the best. 25.
Okay. Just need to quickly add something. Are you oh, there we go. So you're on 61, take away 25, there we go. Anarche, it's now your turn.
Boy. Alright. I guess Mechazord Man will walk over.
Okay.
Not into the crater, obviously, just, just outside of it. I'm gonna roll for the Stormlord's armory to make myself a sword.
Okay.
Cool. I believe that works.
Yep.
I think I used up my only advantage roll. Oh, hang on. Speaking of which, last round. This also, you get another 50 HP.
Okay. That brings me back up to 70.
Yep. Alright, I guess I'm gonna just go in for the. I'm gonna raise my like arms up with the sword pointing down. I'm just gonna go for like the downwards jab onto this dude.
Okay. I shall attempt to roll against you, but I have a good feeling about this.
I mean, you also have several injuries, so.
Oh.
No. So what happens here is, as you like go down to stab it, what he does is he doesn't even like deflect it, doesn't dodge it. He actually places his hand up, and as you go to stab it, it begins to just be absorbed into his hand until eventually the entire sword is no longer a thing within your mech's hand, as it disappears, completely being sucked up by this guy.
Oh, okay.
As he looks covered in wounds and blood and injuries, no longer wearing or donning any of his armor, he looks at you as he puts his hand back down, as he looks deadly into your eyes with only his only functional one, as he just goes, Why get in my way?
And dead silence.
As it should be.
Yep.
As he then returns the favour of just looking at you, he then attempts to go for another attack.
Who's he attacking? Anaki or Felix?
Felix.
Okay. I'll just do another reactive strike then.
Is he also in my reactionary range?
Technically.
Technically, yeah. Considering your range, isn't it 100 meters?
Yeah.
You were close enough to do a melee attack with your 100 meter energy mech, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I believe I don't have the plus 25 for this because
I'm gonna also try and just fucking punch this dude.
The 90.
Well,
And you got,
Oh yes.
so what? I guess what I'll do is I'll let Felix hit him, and then as Felix hits him back, I'm then gonna bring the giant arm down, just pummel him into the floor.
I love that. He just goes to what he does is he just goes to like put his the hand that he absorbs your sword with. He goes to put that up to sort of point it at Felix. Felix, as you sort of like duck right beside him, as your fist then comes up, uppercutting this guy, launching him over to the other side of the crater, and as he's still in midair and about to slam into it, a giant energy fist comes slamming down. Anarcho, roll your damage.
Alright. It's just normal, so won't be as impressive as yours, but yeah.
I have to roll con again for that.
I mean, technically mine was also just normal. If there wasn't... That's why I minus the plus 25 that I typically have.
Nice. Okay. I also have to roll con again. Awesome. Okay. As it comes slamming down, I actually also have to deal an additional amount of damage, which I believe is plus 12. No, it's actually not. It's plus 18 because it's the original. It's the original 12 and the other injury that he took, so plus 18. Okay, nice. As you both do that, as I said, like you just dodge his hand, uppercut him, launch him right into the other side of the crater. Before he even gets a chance to slam into the ground, he's then bashed right into it by basically a gigantic energy hand. It almost looks like a fist of God just slammed into him. As it is now, funnily enough, it is now your turn, Felix.
Mm-hmm. And we will be going for our good old Sonic Strike combo.
Awesome.
24.
Awesome. I'm just quickly looking at something.
Right.
Interesting. Okay. So as you go towards him and you do so, he then also like fires back a slash with the sword. That this time is yet again another lightning slash. You will get hit by this, but you can also still hit him. You roll your damage. I shall roll mine.
98. And remember, I do have defensive daddy up, so my my defenses are doubled.
That's fire, physical, and poison, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Too bad I'm not doing any of those.
I figured that's why I asked if this would help, and you said maybe.
It may be, yeah. If it actually hit you with a sword or punched you, then yes, yeah. Although the damage that you're doing is actually insane.
Honestly, I low rolled there.
A lot of this is low rolls. Don't get me wrong. I know that you're low rolling, but it's still impressive nonetheless.
I also have to ask, given that was a combo, does that stop my combo?
That does not stop your combo. He'd have to get 5 or above your roll. You only got 4, so you're good to.
So do I take the full 47?
You indeed do take the full 47. That doesn't break your vitality, and that puts you up to...
Oh, did he re-roll his willpower? Because it was lesser before.
Oh, shoot, yes, no, you're absolutely right. I completely forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me there, Kane. So that was...
All good, rigging it for my teammates.
No, that's reminding me to do my job. So, if that's the case, what was it? 47?
Minus 8, and 47. So minus 8 and divide by 2. I think that's how you.
Yes, absolutely it is. You only take an additional 19 points, so you're at 160.
So 19 damage.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, puts me at 51.
I also now need to just take away an additional amount of damage. Because you also did hit him, so I now need to add the additional 8. There we go. Okay, yep. Continue.
Right, combo pure technique. Oof. Yeah, no.
I fluffed that roll. That roll isn't even what I was supposed to do anyway.
No. It doesn't matter.
Yes, considering that's his con. I rolled his con because I just assumed that you were going to beat my roll. Okay. I mean,
so it's a little bit hit.
I mean, it beats a nat 1. So you go to hit him, and then he sort of just like slams slams his hand against you and hits you. This deals practically nothing.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not even going to bother rolling the physical damage. I will just roll the willpower.
I mean, smart, yeah.
As you take 17. And that's about it. As his fist sort of buries into your face as it sort of stings a bit, but that's about it.
Now, that was still a combo, and he didn't get 5 or above.
No, he did not. But you did get.
I did roll an out.
So
yeah, so I was going to ask. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's fine.
It is now the turn of
Aldous.
Aldous. There we go.
Can I ask? Is there any water down where they are?
There's snow, but there's not necessarily water.
You open your portal gate. Let me add some water.
You have temperature control on that stone, don't you, Sam?
I have current control.
What's the level 10 ability of the hydrokinetic ability? Is it liquid manipulation or is it?
It says current control is what you sent by. I'm assuming that's meant to be temperature control, right?
No, I mean that's the level 8. So
I'm
pretty sure that stone is 10 because you leveled it up.
Hang on.
So,
yeah.
I gave it to you at level 10. Let's have a look. Where's the thing?
I don't know. It's let me send you what I have written down.
Oh god. What you have written down and what I sent you are probably going to be two different things.
No, it is because I couldn't be bothered having to fix it. This is what you sent me, I think. Unless I forgot to copy the last one.
It literally says at the top water temperature manipulation.
Oh, why is it not at the bottom?
Why would it be at the bottom? That's literally the stone.
It's level 10. It's level 10.
No.
Anyway,
that's not how that works.
Freeze the blood in his bloodstream.
No,
No,
what I was
you
going to
can't
do is,
do that.
can I essentially use the water to make words in the air saying, "Can I heal you?" in front of Felix?
Yeah, go for it. Roll SP.
23. Do you see that, Felix?
Roll me
Right.
roll me a perception, Felix.
Okay. Now
Natural one.
I have stupid question. Due to I believe city awareness, I have advantage on perception checks in cities.
Okay, I'll let it happen, considering you are in a city, and yeah, this is a perception situation.
Ah, love that.
Okay, now where's perception?
Also, because I don't think we've ever used that perk any more than once before. So-
Yeah, I mean, my perception is a flat roll, so
No, you used it once in Irish City, and then you used it another time to find an alleyway where you could kill Smith.
17.
Oh yes, you did, didn't you? Okay, yeah, 17. You see it written in the words. You are pretty damn sure that it's either someone who is trying to help you or Aldous, who is also trying to help you. And the only reason that you have this conclusion is because it's written in both your language that you speak and read, but also it is facing you, not facing him.
Felix will nod. I don't know if you'll.
I mean, can I sense his change that I can now heal him?
You can't sense willpower, but you do see him nodding.
Well, remember you said I could sense the fact I couldn't do anything against him? I couldn't manipulate him?
No, that's only when you activate your abilities on him to specifically directly control or activate your powers on him, rather than the life sense effect. You can still sense his life.
Well, I will attempt to do that. I'll attempt to heal him. Can I?
Yeah.
Can I ask, considering the fact that you said the 30 doesn't work anymore as the 5d10s or whatever it was? As the... What was it? As the 7 times healing dice? Can I instead use the level 10 biology manipulation one for... If the user rolls 2 increments or more higher than the roll requirement of any of this power's abilities, the user can affect as many targets as they want?
Oh, okay. So in other words, you're going to choose something that has a roll requirement of 28, and then base it on that, and then heal both yourself and him, or him and Anaka?
Heal him, me, and Anaka.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, absolutely. So that would be a 20. That would basically be based on a 28, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Which is like what?
Which is 5 times.
Okay, there you go. 5 times. Yep, go for it.
74!
Roll! Everyone gets healed for 74, and any injuries or ailments are now been removed.
I would be complaining if I was in lower health, but because I wasn't there anyway, I'm not really
Oh, fair enough.
too fast.
Okay, so that puts you to 1.
I should have actually remembered how much I have healed people for.
That would have been good.
Yeah, but I never use XP anymore.
Same.
I mean,
30. Yeah, XP's just kind of there now.
3 characters that really don't need XP. I mean, the only reason that you actually need XP is if and when you get another Power Stone, and you've now lost like 2, so you're gonna have to find some more ones anyway.
Yeah,
so you heal all of them, including yourself. You and Anarche are now back up to full. That's now done for you. Anarche, it is now your turn. So I guess, do you want to roll your healing to also heal?
Yep, I believe after this there's one more turn.
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So you get another 52.
Nice.
Okay, that puts me up to 160.
That puts you... Yeah, so you now have 51 points of damage in your...
Man, I feel sorry for this guy. I thought he was getting close to downing you.
He killed
Going up slightly.
so many people.
He looks at you after he puts that punch. You then just see water and is like, what the hell? And then he just sees you nod. The water just splashes down onto the ground, and suddenly, like, any injuries or damage that it looks like you've taken begin to go away as more light rains on him. And you look probably almost healthier than you have done this entire fight. And he's looking at you like there's a fear of God in this man's eyes. Zanake, you still have 2 actions left.
I do. Oh, the niceties. It's probably not the first time I've used it like this as well. Gosh. Gosh darn it. There isn't really much. Oh! No, you know what? I know what will be fun. I'm going to try and use Heartful Hatred on him.
Okay.
Come on, dice. Please. Not 110. Doesn't even activate.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Actually, can I just ask, does that natural 20 also count as one of the things, like the other XP dump thing?
Successes.
Yeah. Like, you know, like, if you get natural 20, you get your level plus 10.
Yes, the only thing is that there's no point in bothering about the health that you healed from an Arche or yourself, because A, it's not the same, and B, obviously you don't get any XP from that. Just do the 74, so it would be 740 from Felix. Don't worry about the Anarche thing, but yeah, it would be your level times 10 plus 10.
Okay, just making sure.
Or, sorry, your milestone count times 10 plus 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he succeeds, although you fail anyway.
I failed, so nothing would have happened anyway.
You have one more action left.
Yes. Yes, I do. Well, I guess... No, you know what? I feel like Anarchy's impatient. I'm just going to go and hit him again.
What with the giant mech?
Yep.
Fair enough.
Well, there's a possibility.
No, so what happens is, as you go to do that, he then immediately flies upwards. So as you slam your hand against the ground, he's actually finally off the floor as he's like 30 meters up. As he looks very poorly damaged.
I just realized something, Joe. Looking at Fatigue Force Felix, I also have Spirit Voltage in there.
So in other words, he should be taking damage every time that he touches you.
Yeah, we've never calculated this, but it's been in there this entire time.
I'll keep that in mind next time.
Yeah.
But it is now his turn. As I'm now looking at something.
Is he going to try and run? We've already discussed that it won't work.
I mean, yeah, we already have discussed that won't work, but I'm actually looking at something else. Ooh.
You just saw Felix essentially get like half their HP back.
That is true. That is true.
Also, we can literally travel the globe, so... There is no running.
There's no running.
No.
But there is pleading.
I mean, he can try.
Okay, I'm going to have to go for this move. It's not the best option, but it's all I've got left.
Mm-hmm.
This will be hilarious if this fails.
Watch you get a 1.
He launches down towards you and attempts to strike as his entire right hand begins to blaze with a blue burn as he then reels his arm back ready to strike at you, Felix.
He's in reactionary range of me as well, isn't he?
The two of you are allowed to reactively roll, yes.
Cool.
Reactive strike. 2 berries.
Come on.
Felix, no!
Oh, well.
Oh no.
Well, yeah, willpower still higher in his. So.
Yeah.
What did you get? 28. Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's 28.
Okay, so this might not actually kill you, theoretically.
Also, if it's fire, it's
Even without the higher willpower, even if I did full 80 free damage, that would not kill me.
No. As he strikes at you, the burning blaze hits you like as if it's like suddenly burning even hotter and hotter and hotter as this big blue flame becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until eventually he looks like a giant blue meteorite striking against something as your entire body begins to get red hot. As it eventually like slows down and down and down and down and down and down until eventually the steam and the smoke clears and his fist is just touching your bare chest. As he looks up at you, again, the blood covering his face, he looks up with a sneer as he then sees you are undamaged from this attack.
Pathetic.
As a whimper comes out of his mouth, it is now your turn.
All right, Sonic Strike combo. Here we go. You know,
He tries to reel his arm back.
give him the
Oh,
old
technically,
1,
doesn't he
2.
take damage as well for
He
touching
does.
He does.
take.
Can you roll that damage real quick?
It's a D4 plus
Actually-
something every proficiency, isn't it?
I'll
Oh,
tell you what.
so
I'll
it'd
do
be
it.
2D,
yeah.
it'd be 2d12s.
I'll do it real quick.
46s.
I'll do it real quick. Okay, awesome. There we go.
Okay,
Plus 6.
So- 22 to hit. Probably won't hit.
Hey, you gotta have hope. You gotta have faith. There you go.
Okay.
So, Felix, how would you like to do this?
I'm just so he punched, his fist is on my chest.
He
right?
then he reels back, sort of like almost like in a frightful panic, like as if he's about to fly away again.
I'm just going to like upper arm punch him straight into the ground, probably like squat. He is mush at this point.
Okay.
Like just top of the head, punch him straight down.
I have to roll this. I'm going to roll disadvantage, even though he's got supercon. I'm going to roll disadvantage because you're hitting him in the head, and he has a severe head injury. That is still a 21. Okay. So as you hit him and you bring him slam right into the ground, let me put it this way: it's a good thing that the two of your other companions are flying or have abilities that stop them from or negate them from having any issues from ground-based factors, because this would cause environmental damage, as when you slam him into the ground, the entire earth shakes to the point of which everything buckles underneath you and creates a massive like earth-shaking moment of rippling earth, as now you have completely changed the way in which that this area looks. As the dust and the smoke clears and you lift your bloodied hand from the ground, he lies there, his wings deactivated and his hands slightly twitching. You sense that he's still barely breathing, but he is down and out.
Cool. I want to leave my energy mech, like go to the ground and start walking into the crater.
Okay.
And I want to. Yeah, go on.
No, you do your thing first.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna go and grab his sword. I think it's some time for some irony here.
You take the blade and it perfectly sheens off of the ground. Like it makes a perfect sort of almost humming noise as it leaves the ground. You look at this
I'm gonna
blade.
start with that.
I was just going to say, you look at this blade and it has some kind of pressure inside of it. It looks like as if it's made of some kind of strange quartz-like material.
No. Well, I'm gonna now start walking over to the unconscious angel.
Okay.
Okay. Felix will look generally to like the sky, and start speaking. People of Eden, your angel of vengeance took my family from me. So I took something from him. Pray I don't have to take anything further.
I'm gonna ask you to roll me like an advantage on intimidation.
Okay.
Also, as he's doing this, can I just shove the sword into this guy's body?
Damn. Okay, can you roll me a labor? This
Yeah,
is for an
sure.
execution.
That's 13.
Yeah, that's good enough. That's more than good enough.
Wow, natural one.
You go to do so, and you actually like you just slightly cut him as you sort of like you lose your footing a bit, and you just slightly cut him, and it stabs into the ground.
Can I ask? Can I attempt to do something?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go for it.
I'm assuming he's lost a lot of blood, right? Even
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. Unequivocally, indefinitely.
The earth is stained in his blood.
In his and his alone. I don't even think he dealt an attack high enough damage to cause you to bleed.
I don't think so, no.
Bruised at best.
Never
I'm
even broke my
assuming
vitality.
I'm assuming he's just a pancake on the ground now. Can I use biological manipulation to bring some of the blood up towards me without people noticing?
That is going to have to be a disadvantage for you to not be noticed.
Okay. Can I use my practice? Actually, have I used my practice of the day in biology?
Actually, no, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to ask you to roll me a practice. Disadvantage. I'm going to ask you to roll me SP and then a stealth check.
Okay.
No, I'm also gonna ask Joe. He's dead, right? or he's very injured.
An arcade can tell that he is dying, but he's not dead.
Okay.
Can I use the 10 or can I use the 15 or do I have to use the 10?
I'm gonna what, with biological manipulation?
Yeah.
I don't mind which one you use, however you'll still have to roll an additional stealth check.
Okay.
Do I roll a d4 for the points, or do I just get all his points?
We'll come to that in a second.
He did kill Fletcher, so he had Fletcher's points.
Again, we'll come to that in a second. Okay, it is visually obvious that blood is slowly dripping away from him and suddenly like mounding like near you.
Not a lot, just enough.
The two of you are made aware that Aldous is doing something with this dude's blood.
I don't think Felix cares.
Yeah.
Not that either of you care, but I just want to make you aware. Anyway,
Yeah.
Aldous, what is it that you wanted to do now that you've got blood from this dude?
Blood
Transfusion?
Can I put it? Yeah, can I transfuse into my one untouched piece of animite?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay. So all I need to do is not get a natural one.
Yes.
Yes! It didn't get a natural one.
And that's also high enough for it to be a power stone as well, so there you go.
Yeah. Now I have whatever this is.
I'll tell you later. So,
Actually,
an arcade,
before
do you
we
wish to try again?
I'll look to Felix as I raise the blade over just to see if there's any stopping this. Am I good to go?
You're good to go.
Yeah, I do it.
Roll labor.
Well,
Good.
it's
Good enough.
yeah.
As you stab it into him, you hear like the last gurgle, and then blood like sprays out one last time, covering the blade in its previous owner's blood. And then the blood begins to slowly stop, as does the breathing, and then the energy that you sense inside of its life force is gone.
I'll pull the blade out. I'm just going to portal it into my pocket dimension.
We should probably put him in there as well. I know the Eden people aren't too big on resurrection, but we did just kill their Angel of Vengeance. They should not be allowed to have him back.
True. Alright, yeah, we'll portal him as well. He goes, you know what? No, he doesn't deserve a coffin. He can go under the coffin with the other body.
Oh, okay. Fair.
We also don't want Fergus to get him.
No, that would not be great.
Interesting, okay.
I will add sword and body to the pocket.
Sword and body. You now have Simakail's body, and you also now have Azrael's blade.
Cool.
Can I just realized something we have now as well?
A lot of
I-
points.
Now, can I go down to Inake and look to our both hands with the garland's etchings on it?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Do you think he might be able to bring back Fletcher and everything?
I'm going to be honest with you. Probably not, because unless he can pull him out the bloody ether.
He did say he did have a lot of power. It has been some time since we last saw him.
If we find another way to bring Fletcher back,
I swear to all that is holy.
I mean, it's worth a shot. Worst case scenario, who can I probably
No, we'll
still
do this
have.
when we get back. We'll do this when we get back to the island. If you want to do this,
But once he needs to be here for it.
but then we'll
Maybe-
bring him here. It won't be that difficult.
Okay. Because all he really needs is a time stone.
Also, I have some fucking angels I need to kick off my island. Dickheads.
So you open the portal, I'm assuming,
Yes.
and the three of you head in. You eventually get to your island, and people are staring at you, as they're all looking either horrified or entertained or all sorts of strange sort of like emotions. As even there was a match that was going on still, the two fighters are now currently looking in your party's direction.
Cool. I'm just gonna go to wherever Pinky is.
Pinky is in her little podium. Even she's stopped. She stares at you as you continue walking towards her.
Yeah. I'm just gonna, because I have no cat, just gonna go openly. Yep. You can disqualify the team from Eden.
Well, you see,
I don't
About-
give a damn. Sorry to cut you off.
well, the thing is about that, you probably are going to want to hear about this.
Go on.
Well, not long after the situation happened, a fight broke out on the island. A couple of
With who?
teams got involved, and well, it kind of stirred a bit of a panic. Everything's fine now, but after what happened was placed on the drones, everyone saw what happened. The fight then broke out between two specific teams, and some
Right,
things.
who are these teams and were there any casualties?
There were a couple of injuries that have not been treated as of yet. Only one team took the most amount of casualties and injuries, but the other team, who started the fight, there's currently a hostage situation, is the best way that I could say it.
Oh boy. Alright, who are these people?
I don't know too much about the teams, or I don't know much about the people, but the team name is here. I think it's a little ironic that you say this around about this time. You look at the table of the two teams that have been in this particular situation, and the area in which they've actually been placed, or should I say, the area in which that they have supposedly, quote-unquote, got the hostages. The team name the team's name is known as the other. I can't speak now. The team's name is known as the Otherworld team, and the team in which that they have got the hostages, or should I say, the hostages team's name, is known as the Team Divinities from Eden.
I knew they were pathetic, but taking hostages, really.
Well, It's not exactly hostages, they said prisoners, but they're treating them more like hostages, and you'll note that the location is, your house.
No, of course it is. I'm creative.
So, I could try and go and settle this, but we've already got people who are already there trying to sort this situation out.
No. Clearly, people don't understand the rules of this place. Clearly, there needs to be a demonstration.
So, are you going to sort this out at your house?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to get back to trying to... some level of normalcy here. Oh,
yeah, I'm just gonna shout. I'm just gonna shout to the floaters. Feel free to carry on. Things will continue as normal. Leave the issues to me.
The two guys who are still staring at you, one of them goes, "Yeah!" and then immediately punches the other guy who wasn't paying attention, knocks him out straight away. Everyone goes
That's what I
wild.
like to see.
As I'm assuming, does the rest of your team go off and head there then towards it, Felix?
Oh no, it's down to them. Do you want to come to my house?
I mean, Felix will follow.
Aldous, what about yourself?
I'll follow. I might be able to help.
Okay.
I need to make sure my dandies are alright.
The three of you head off there, and you notice Stan is actually standing just outside of the crowd that has been gathering around the outside of your house.
Oh. Well, hey Stan. Hello. Oh. So, who exactly are these hostages? Do you know? Do I know?
Yeah, so they're the Divines team. They're the team from Matrata that pretty much got in a bit of a scuff with Anarche earlier today.
They're nothing to worry about.
Oh. Well, good then. I just continue to walk into my house.
So as you do this, I want to point out, Connor, your current character is also in the crowd, and you're watching Anarche. You know who Anarche is, because he's the one who set up this tournament. And you also saw what happened on the big screens. You're now seeing him enter this house, which is claimed to be his house. You in the crowd are watching this as you get to the door, and Anarche, as you open it up, you then just hear like someone screaming, goes, "Well, you'll hear about this one," as you hear just muffles, as you no longer hear actual words. As you then hear another voice just going, "Oh, please, these guys are pathetic. Come on, why don't we just, I don't know, kill them?"
Don't stay in the carpets. You'll be the ones cleaning it out.
Someone's in here. You then get into the main room and you see all four of the Divines team, who are the Matratan individuals that you wanted to kick out in the first place, that you had a scuffle with earlier. The entirety of the team is currently bound, gagged, and held as they're all being sat on by four individuals. The Vault King and your three brothers, who have currently basically held them hostages.
Fucking got a mafia family going on here.
I swear the Vault King wanted to be the one that killed
Oh, yeah.
Now. Oh. It's you. Now that is what I call an entrance, telling us not to stain the carpets. Look, we saw what happened. We just wanted to make sure that they didn't get away with what they did to your friend. But ultimately it's your island, so, you know, you make your decision.
Well, thank you all, because that means I owe you all one.
So that's about, you owe us about a 7? 5? No, it's about 8 for me now.
Whoa, hang on. How do we jump from 6 to 8? Hang on,
well, considering you owe all of us different amounts at this point.
No, I understand that, but where's this extra 2 coming from?
Well, we held the hostages, and we also roughed them up a little, and we also made sure that they didn't damage any of your property.
Jeez, you're adding interest, aren't you?
Yep.
Alright, I'll keep note. I'm gonna walk up. From what I remember, the one who seemed to be acting like the leader was the slime dude.
Indeed. And he is gagged as well. Seems as though he's got a pair of socks in his mouth.
Help me out my socks. I'm gonna walk over, gonna kneel down in front of him. I'm just gonna pull the socks out of his mouth.
So this is your family, huh?
Indeed.
Well, I never exactly expected this would happen to us. We did get jumped. Not exactly a fair fight. Oh, come on, you want to talk about fair fights? Pussy. I think what Akaje is trying to say is that you're not exactly fair when it comes to wanting to use, what is it, nuclear deterrent to wipe out people that you don't like. Especially
Also, I gave you fair warning about what would happen. All you're facing now is the consequences in which you ignore to listen to. But to be fair, I guess that was your subordinate's fault, right? So I look over to the other Anamon child.
He's looking at you with, like, dead stare eyes as well. Like, By the way, there's something that you notice about all of these guys, which is that their powers seem to be dampened in some way, shape, or form.
Well, I assume the next outcome isn't decided by you, but I would advise very carefully to not get Eden any more involved in this mess. I am willing to call it from here. You will leave my island, will not come back, no one from Eden will mess with us, and we will go on as things are. However, I will not back down either if you are intending to make this go further. Because trust me, there are a lot of people here, and a lot who would be willing to do this. So, what is your answer? Because I'd like to know right now.
From the looks of you, I'd say that you got off pretty easy. The Angel of Vengeance isn't normally so kind to those who get in his way, but I suppose you didn't do too much damage, now did you? He did what he needed to do, and he's on his way back home. So I guess there's no reason for us to get any more.
He's dead.
Just the silence. And then you just hear Akashi go.
Actually, can I ask, is Felix still like covered in the blood of his enemies?
He very much is, yes.
Just his
It's all
shirt.
dried up
There's
now.
a big old hole in his shirt. His chest is out.
What? Hang on a sec.
And
What
there's
shirt? You're not
What-
wearing.
what's-
You're not
what's-
wearing a shirt
what's
anymore.
left?
Shorts.
What's left of the shirt?
It's just the tie.
Not even the
Yeah,
time. Everything got burnt from that big fiery explosion, and anything else that was left got also destroyed by the fiery punch. Again, you forget how resistant you are, that you also forget how not resistant your clothes are.
So we're almost like essentially just nude then.
So Aldous has gotten like basically most of his robes are almost entirely burnt off. Anarche's only in his gi trousers, and Felix is basically wearing a belted chino shorts, basically.
Okay. Just want to keep the PG rating.
Yeah.
As he swear.
No private parts are currently on show. Don't worry.
Not on this married man.
No wedding tackle to be shown here.
No.
Anyway, sorry.
And
Just wanted to make
so,
sure
you
You
that.
know,
know what? As I've said that, I'm gonna pull just a small one, just so I can pull out the sword and stab it right in front of him. Not into him, just into the floor. Because it's like, yeah, and here's proof.
You killed him?
Yeah. He started shit with me, and I straight out warned him that that would be hell to pay if he did what he did. And I followed through. So I would be very careful about getting Eden involved. Because unlike you, who seem to have a a knack for picking on the weak and all those you despise and are scared of, we, on the other hand, don't back down because we're used to dealing with little shits like you. So I warn you very carefully. Do not take this further.
Advantage on intimidation, please.
Oh, please work. Oh, can I add heartful hatred on top of this?
I mean,
I want to set the fear of God.
the only issue is that if you knock them all out, I think that it would kind of like remove part of the.
Does it? They're so scared of me, they fall unconscious.
Who is it for at that point? It's not for them. If anything, you're terrifying the rest of your party members.
I'll fucking terrify. Right,
Aldous just wets himself. Felix de-transforms. Like, all right, bro, calm down, man.
You haven't given me a good intimidation check this entire game, please. For all I ask, do it.
Okay.
2 berries. Two berries.
I guess I'm gonna have to fucking double shot. I think I'm gonna have to set an example and execute some people.
So as you do that, you just see him just like sort of crack up as he then begins to like laugh, but you can sort of almost tell he's not necessarily laughing at you. He's almost laughing out of like the sheer insanity of the weirdness that has just happened. As he goes. I don't know what's funnier. The fact that you've done something of this insane size, or the fact that you think that even if we did agree to this, that you think our bosses would let us live even if we did. It's not our decisions to make, and even if I was terrified or scared of you, I have already made my peace with the fact that I could very well die in this moment. But I have to tell you now, if you've killed him and taken an artifact of Eden, Matrata will see your head on a pike sooner than they would let go something like this. You've killed one of the Seraphim, and now they'll be after you. I can't do anything more, but say that you don't frighten me, but instead what kind of war will bring about from what you've done. That is something that even I struggle to laugh at.
I clearly need to send a message to your overheads, so I'm going to pull the soul out of the ground. Maybe your deaths will be a good way to show that.
Go ahead. None of our people are terrified.
At mid-word, I'm gonna go to try and decapitate him.
Fair enough. Roll labour. Roll labour. Now, hopefully, this will be a good labour roll. Oh,
hopefully.
20 plus 11. Okay.
20 plus 11. 29.
Yeah, like you just straight up. As his head rolls and blood gushes all over your carpets.
Now then, as I stare at the rest of them. Do any of you want to continue this?
I'm going to say roll intimidation with advantage, and this time I shall roll a collective disadvantage on nerve.
Come on, please. Oh, wow.
18. Woo.
A miracle roll.
Natural 1. All of them are like sort of just muffled, sort of terrified. Some of them are either crying as well.
I'm going to remove his body from the rest of them. I'm just going to pull it away. As I do, I'm going to put my hands underneath them, and I'm just going to yeet them back to Eden.
Okay. I'm not even going to ask you to roll for the thing of this. You just literally grab all of them, a portal enters beneath them, and you just drop them into it.
Yeah, the only guy I don't let drop is the guy I executed.
Yeah, fair enough. As the whole thing closes up beneath the body, covered in blood, and the head that has rolled to the ground. I'm going to ask Aldous to roll me a. I'm going to ask Aldous to roll me a nerve check, considering this is really gruesome.
16.
You keep your cool. I mean, this isn't the first time that you've seen such a horrible display, but it is the first time that you've been caught off guard by it. But you're actually dealing with it.
It's like the first time it's been true cold hard murder,
Yeah.
cold-blooded murder.
Yeah, especially to
He
this
just
degree of
executed a prisoner.
yeah, especially one that could not fight back in whatsoever. But yeah, so after you do that, you then just hear like you just hear like the middle older brother just sort of go, "Damn, bro. I mean, I don't know if you went a bit too far there."
He executed possibly one of the few friends I've ever made, and then also murdered an entire guy's family for the sake of a fear of a race. I am not going to let anything of these two hold back. Not at all. If they want to come at me, then they can watch their city burn.
I mean, I definitely think that you taking down that Angel of Vengeance guy is absolutely fine. But I don't know if killing a dude because that he just told you that he's not afraid of you.
Oh no. No, he was just a message.
Is he still there then? Like the beheaded corpse?
Yeah, the
Or is
beheaded
he-
corpse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I try to revive him?
Do you want your hands gone? That's what I thought.
That wasn't just a display then?
Oh, no. No, that was... This was a message for his higher-ups, for if they go to war, I will have no mercy.
Still,
I just
though,
need to make sure they're guaranteed.
Akaje just stops you there and is like, "Still, though, I think that you have potentially gone a bit far there. Don't get me wrong, he definitely deserved to get his ass beat, but killed without any possibility of fighting against you or fighting back.
That's
This
what
is-
they do to others.
But we're supposed to be better than them."
Can't really say I ever claimed that. Well, I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm just gonna leave my house, go on a nice, jolly walk.
And a mile away just goes, "Wait," and then he's sort of grabbed by Akaje. "Leave him. We need to clean up this mess."
To be fair, Nage was the one who stained the carpet.
It was.
God.
I just made sure no one else did. You know, it's my house.
After Anarche leaves, and you just sort of see the brothers just sort of like roll their eyes and just sort of get to work, like grabbing the body and placing it in something. Like they take it up to the bathtub.
Actually, before that, can I ask? I was actually going to ask, can I roll an intelligence to see if I know something or not?
What's that?
I was going to see if I know, like, if you take someone's powers when they're dead, do the powers disappear forever?
You can roll that, yeah.
Because I had an idea of bringing him back to life, but also in a way that Anake might like, as a punishment.
You don't
Actually,
know.
would that be power knowledge?
I mean, flat intelligence either way, just to read the situation.
Ah.
Even if that is or isn't right, if that does or doesn't happen, do you sense from this situation that Anarche would still not want him to come back anyway, because it's like the whole precedent?
Okay. Yeah, okay, so, and I quite like living.
Yeah, fair.
I don't think Animate wants me to die this day.
Meanwhile,
You sure?
you guys suddenly hear sort of shouting outside as it's Pinky asking for Aldous and Felix.
Alright, Felix will head out. I'll say he's de-transformed by now.
Yeah.
Aldous might ask for a minute so he can get some clothes back on. I don't think he likes being semi-naked.
I mean, like, you're just basically
Like, is
yelled
it important?
out. You're yelled out by Pinky to come outside immediately.
Oh, okay, sorry. No, then yeah, we'll follow.
As like the crowd begins sort of dying out, because like Anarche just walked right through the crowd. Stan, you're there, and you suddenly see like the other two head up. So, Stilton has just informed me that he has become aware that your team is one fighter short.
Correct.
I hate
we
to...
don't really need more people, do we?
Well, the thing is, I don't really want to say anything about... Look.
Were you about to say Fergus?
No.
That's the third F.
The thing is, despite everything that happened just now, Fletcher was still our friend, but Stilton doesn't see it that way. He's already informed me that you'll be getting an additional teammate who will fight alongside you in tomorrow's fight. You're expected to go on, regardless of what happened to your fighter.
Fair enough.
As for who you'll be fighting, I have heard that they're quite strong, but they're known as the Shadow Party. They shouldn't be too difficult to deal with, considering there is still 5 of them, but nevertheless, you should be prepared. We'll get together another time. I think that it's best that you guys get some rest.
I agree.
I'm gonna get back to what I need to do.
Alright. I think Felix will head to his place to go lie down.
Okay.
But before that, how many points did I get?
Okay, so...
Or are you going to say Anake got those points because he technically gave the final blow? With the sword.
Well... Technically, your final punch did actually beat him, but also there's another reason as to why you're getting the points, because technically he to himself admitted that he could not beat you as you dealt the final blow.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, the points do go to you, Felix, so I'll sort that out. Sorry, how many did you have?
Like current points? Or
I'll put it into the chat.
Okay.
How many points do you guys have?
So, Stan, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna what are you doing / going to be doing?
I mean, I know, but it sounds like this whole tournament thing. When does it end?
when you get 99999 like points on the band for 24 hours, I think.
Indeed.
How many points do we have as a team?
I mean, half of your team isn't there at the moment, but...
Well, how many points do you think Anake has?
Okay, so here's the amount that you get. By the way, this is after any and all modification to it, so that's on top of whatever you have.
Okay. I will pull out my calculator.
Good.
So many points, show.
All the points.
Felix before this had 216 million. And RK has 263 million.
How does Felix have now?
Probably 400 million, I'm going to say. 400 and something million.
So, we can... Do we want to end this?
But who would be the champion?
Well, I'm just asking. What's the goal here? What was the end game plan with this tournament?
my current point total?
Yeah, 414 million.
So between us, we do have over $1 billion.
Interesting. But who's willing to give up their chance? As we now come to Anarche. Anarche, you've taken a walk around your island. I want to point out you still never stated what you did with the sword, so I just have it that you're still walking around with the sword in your hand, covered in blood.
Yeah. Gonna try and find somewhere. Probably in the end, probably going to like, you know, where the core is, considering that's probably the most isolated location.
You begin sort of walking around, sort of going off into that direction, until eventually you start noticing that you're being followed.
I just turn around and go, look, I am not in the mood. What is it?
As we reveal Connor's character. Connor, please reveal what your character looks like in this current moment.
It's
Well,
Fletcher,
you literally
but-
just you literally just
He will
see
never die.
some guy. You see some guy in what looks to be office attire, though he has a larger backpack on. Like, oh, hey, sorry. I saw what you did in there, and I wanted to know if I could be any help, since you might be starting a war.
Joe, how's his aura quantity?
Massive willpower, superhuman by nature, one ability, but it's not Omegan. But it definitely seems as though he has a great deal of power behind him. He doesn't look like a weakling, but you're not entirely sure if he's of Felix level, although practically almost no one in your party is of Felix level.
Yeah, that's not really the standard I measure people up to.
No.
Oh. Right, so you followed me. After that, to know if you could help me.
Yeah, I'm a mercenary by trade, and I would like to offer my services to you.
Is there a cost in this factor?
Oh no, I'm doing this free of charge. Honestly, a lot of my friends back in Asconia got caught up in a lot of trouble with Eden, and had kind of like a chance to avenge them.
Right, well, fair enough. I tell you now, if they don't continue this, I have no intention of continuing. So, unless this really goes far, don't expect a full-out war. I guess we are technically missing a member on our team, so you could fill that role if you're looking to help.
Oh yes, if I hid my services to the legendary Anarche, that would be great.
Yeah, don't
name's-
tell me that.
Sorry, would you prefer boss?
No. I'm just gonna roll willpower quickly at disadvantage. Don't mind me. Go on. What were you saying?
My name's Ferdinand, but my friends call me Ferb.
Right, Ferb. Sure. Call me boss. That will work.
I forgot your other vice is pride.
Yep.
You got it, boss. I'll prove a great ally to you.
Alright. Well, you should probably go and introduce yourself to the rest of the team. I'm
Very
sure you
well.
already know who they are.
Oh yes, I've kept up with a lot of the team.
As you
Well,
part
good luck to
ways, sorry. As you part ways, Anarche, I assume that you head to the core,
Yep.
and Ferb, you head off trying to search for the other members of the team to